This land has Europe's last wild river, a coastline split between two different seas, its very own miniature Alps, and springs so mysterious that no one knows how deep they go. So, stay with us until the end as we explore the enchanting natural wonders of Albania. Before we begin our journey through Albania's stunning natural landscapes, let's take a moment to explore some fascinating facts about its unique environment. Located on Europe's Balkan Peninsula, this is a small country with Adriatic and Ionian coastlines and an interior crossed by the Albanian Alps. Its landscape is incredibly diverse. Even its coastline changes personality halfway along its length. Albania's shore is split between two very different seas, the Adriatic in the north and the Ionian in the south. The Adriatic side features wide sandy beaches, lagoons, and coastal wetlands, while the Ionian side offers dramatic cliffs, hidden coves, and dazzling turquoise waters. They have a miniature Alps of their own. Yup, you heard that right. The Albanian Alps are often compared to Switzerland's peaks, but they're wilder, less explored, and bursting with biodiversity. Flowing through these mountains is another treasure, Europe's last wild river. The Vjosa River runs free from the Pindus Mountains all the way to the Adriatic Sea, untouched by dams or barriers. And as if mountains and wild rivers weren't enough, Albania even has its own tropical island look-alike. The Ksamil Islands, in the country's sunny south, are tiny white sand gems surrounded by turquoise waters so clear you'd think you were in the Caribbean. Now, let's dive in and explore some of the most incredible and iconic natural wonders this nation has to offer. Valbona Valley National Park. Nestled in the Tropoje district of northern Albania, Valbona Valley National Park is one of the country's most breathtaking landscapes. A place where rugged limestone peaks tower over crystal-clear rivers, alpine meadows bloom with wildflowers, and centuries-old beech forests echo with the sounds of birds and rustling leaves. Often referred to as the Miracle of the Alps, this park spans over 8,000 hectares and is part of the greater transboundary Balkan Peace Park shared with Kosovo and Montenegro. Valbona River, with its turquoise blue water, meanders through the valley floor, forming natural swimming holes and carving scenic gorges. Historically, the area served as an important passage for highland tribes and shepherds, whose stone houses and traditional tower homes know as Kullistil, the landscape. Today, ecotourism thrives here, with visitors drawn to hiking trails like the famed Valbona Theth Pass, a scenic 17 kilometers route that connects two of Albania's most iconic parks. The park is also home to rare species like the Balkan lynx, golden eagles, and brown bears. Theth National Park. There's a village in northern Albania that's so remote it was nearly cut off from the rest of the country for decades. That village is Theth, the heart of Theth National Park, one of Albania's most cherished natural preserves located in the Albanian Alps. Surrounded by towering peaks such as Radohima, Arapi, and Harapet, the park features awe-inspiring landscapes, including glacial cirques, underground rivers, and dense forests filled with pine, beech, and fir. One of its most iconic features is the Gruna's Waterfall, a 30-meter cascade that tumbles into a tranquil pool surrounded by vertical cliffs. The Lock-in Tower of Theth is a cultural landmark, used during the days of the Kanun, Albania's traditional code of law, to shelter people involved in blood feuds. This tradition, along with the village's isolation, preserved unique customs, costumes, and folklore, which visitors can still witness today. A hike to the Blue Eye of Theth, a magical turquoise spring surrounded by mossy rocks and forest, offers an unforgettable adventure. Theth is also the gateway for alpine trekking routes and has become a central point for sustainable tourism in Albania. Gashi River Nature Reserve. Tucked into the remote northeastern corner of Albania, within the Albanian Alps, this forest region, so unique that UNESCO declares it a Biosphere reserve. This pristine reserve is part of the ancient and primeval beech forests of the Carpathians and other regions of Europe, a transnational UNESCO World Heritage listing. These forests have been undisturbed for millennia, providing rare insights into the post-glacial natural history of Europe. The Gashi River itself flows like a lifeline through steep gorges and moss-covered slopes, nurturing a dense forest teeming with biodiversity. The area is home to over 350 plant species, including rare endemics and iconic wildlife. Unlike more tourist-developed parts of Albania, this region remains a hidden haven for scientific research, conservation, and low-impact ecotourism. Historically, the area was part of Themalesia e Jayakovs, known for its rugged highlanders who fiercely preserved their autonomy during Ottoman rule. Today, the Gashi Reserve is an ecological treasure trove and a sacred space for nature lovers. Lake Koman. This man-made lake became one of the world's most scenic ferry routes. Lake Koman, a dazzling emerald reservoir created in the 1980s after the construction of the Koman hydroelectric dam on the Drine River. Stretching over 30 kilometers through a narrow, fjord-like canyon in northern Albania, this artificial lake is surrounded by towering cliffs, dense forests, and remote villages that are accessible only by boat. The Koman ferry, originally built for locals, has now become a magnet for travelers who describe it as one of the most beautiful boat journeys in Europe. As you drift along the glassy surface, you'll pass goats on rocky slopes, fishermen casting nets from simple rafts, and centuries-old paths clinging to the mountain edges. The area's strategic importance dates back to Illyrian times and was a key point along trade and resistance routes during the Ottoman occupation and World War II. Today, it links Valbona, Theth, and the Shala Valley, serving as a vital artery for ecotourism in the north. Despite its man-made origins, Lake Koman feels entirely wild, a rare harmony of engineering and unspoiled natural grandeur. Korab Mountain. Did you know that Albania shares its tallest peak with North Macedonia and that it's over 2,750 meters high? Mount Korab, straddling the border between the two countries, is Albania's highest point and a dramatic alpine giant in the Korab Nature Park. Rising sharply with craggy ridgelines and grassy meadows, the mountain offers some of the most challenging and rewarding trekking routes in the Balkans. The Korab Trail, which takes you to the summit, is popular among experienced hikers for its enchanting views of glacial lakes, limestone cliffs, and wildflower-covered slopes. The region surrounding Mount Korab was once a stronghold during various historical periods, from Illyrian tribes to the Ottoman Empire, and was a crucial resistance zone during World War II. It's also rich in legends. Locals speak of mythical giants and lost shepherds wandering the misty peaks. The biodiversity here is remarkable, with endemic plants and animals such as the Balkan chamois, golden eagles, and lynx. While it remains less commercialized than other parks, this only enhances its raw, untouched beauty. Dajti Mountain National Park. What if you could escape city life in just 15 minutes and find yourself surrounded by dense forests, cool mountain air, and sweeping views of an entire capital? That's exactly what Dajti Mountain National Park offers to visitors and residents of Tirana, Albania's bustling capital. Accessible by the Dajti Express, the longest cable car in the Balkans, the park rises to over 1,600 meters and provides an alpine retreat that contrasts sharply with the urban sprawl below. Historically, Dajti served as a natural fortress and lookout point in ancient Illyrian times and during various Ottoman and World War II military campaigns. The park is blanketed with oak and beech forests, interspersed with karstic caves, streams, and panoramic viewpoints. At its summit, one can enjoy traditional Albanian cuisine at rotating restaurants while taking in 360-degree views of Tirana, Mount Kria, and even the Adriatic Sea. Wildlife in the park includes foxes, rabbits, and a variety of birds. Hiking and mountain biking trails wind through peaceful meadows and pine groves. Osumi Canyon. Albania is home to a canyon so deep and dramatic that it's often compared to the Grand Canyon, just with waterfalls flowing from its cliffs. Welcome to the Osumi Canyon, one of the most awe-inspiring natural wonders in southern Albania. Carved by the Osumi River, this canyon stretches over 26 kilometers near the town of Koravode, in the Skrapar region, and reaches depths of up to 80 meters. What makes Osumi truly magical are the seasonal waterfalls that cascade from its limestone walls in spring, forming a surreal corridor of water and stone. During summer, the river is calm enough for rafting, kayaking, and even swimming between the moss-covered cliffs. The canyon also holds cultural and spiritual significance. Local legends speak of hidden monasteries and ancient hermit caves. Its natural rock formations include names like the cathedral, the Bride's Hole, and the Devil's Gate, each shaped by centuries of erosion. Historically, this area was part of an important Ottoman trade route, and the Skropar region is known for its strong resistance during World War II. Today, it's a haven for adventurers, geologists, and nature lovers alike. Vjosa River. Imagine the last major wild river in Europe, untouched, free-flowing, and defiant in the face of modern dams. That's the Vjosa River, Albania's environmental crown jewel and one of the most pristine river systems on the continent. Flowing over 270 kilometers from the Pindus Mountains in Greece to the Adriatic Sea in Albania, the Vjosa is unique because it remains undammed and unobstructed, allowing it to form natural meanders, oxbow lakes, gravel islands, and diverse habitats. In 2023, the Vjosa was declared Europe's first wild river national park, a landmark victory for conservationists after years of activism against proposed hydropower projects. The river is a sanctuary for over 1,100 species, including endangered Balkan lynx, otters, and rare fish like the Adriatic sturgeon. The surrounding region also holds cultural gems, historic bridges, Ottoman ruins, and riverside villages like Permit and Tepelin, which played key roles in Albania's resistance movements. Scientists regard Vjosa as a living laboratory for studying free-flowing river ecosystems. Benja thermal baths. Imagine soaking in a warm, sulfur-rich pool under the shadow of a stone Ottoman bridge. At the Benja thermal baths, you can experience one of the most relaxing and picturesque experiences in Albania. Located near the town of Permit, at the foot of the Namirka Mountains, these naturally warm springs bubble out of the earth at temperatures around 28 to 32 degrees Celsius. Rich in sulfur and other minerals said to relieve skin conditions, arthritis, and respiratory issues. The baths are divided into a series of shallow pools along the Llogara River, each with crystal-clear water nestled between rocky cliffs. Towering above them is the Kadiu Bridge, an elegant stone arch built during the Ottoman era in the 18th century, adding a historic charm to the already surreal landscape. Just upstream lies Llogara Canyon, a narrow gorge ideal for hiking and river trekking. The Benja baths were once frequented by local villagers and shepherds, but in recent years they've gained fame among wellness seekers and eco-travelers. Ujëvara Peshturës waterfall. This is one of Albania's most enchanting natural wonders. Located in the Permit region of southern Albania, this unique waterfall is unlike the towering plunges you might expect. Instead, it cascades gently over a moss-covered rock face in countless fine streams, creating a natural veil of water. The moss thrives thanks to the constant moisture and shade provided by the surrounding cliffs, giving the entire scene an almost tropical appearance. The name Peshturës comes from the Albanian word for curtain, perfectly describing the waterfall's delicate, layered flow. Its source is a karstic spring, meaning the water is filtered through underground limestone channels before emerging crystal clear and refreshingly cool. Historically, this hidden spot was known only to locals, who considered it a place of purity and often used it in folklore as a symbol of cleansing and renewal. The area around the waterfall is dotted with wildflowers, fig trees, and small footpaths. It is a favorite stop for hikers exploring the Llogara River and the nearby Benja thermal baths. In summer, sunlight filtering through the falling streams creates sparkling rainbows, adding to the dreamlike beauty. Llogara Pass and National Park. This is a location where you can drive from a beach to a cloud-kissed alpine forest in just 20 minutes. The Llogara Pass, one of the most scenic drives in southern Albania, soaring to over 1,000 meters above sea level and slicing through the Llogara National Park. Located near the Ionian coastline, this park is a place where the Adriatic breeze collides with mountain air, creating unique microclimates that allow a surprising diversity of flora to thrive, including both Mediterranean maquis and alpine firs. The winding road itself is a marvel, offering breathtaking switchback views over the Albanian Riviera and the turquoise Ionian Sea far below. Historically, this strategic route has been used since ancient times, even by Julius Caesar, who crossed through here during his civil war campaign in 48 BCE. The national park is also home to the flag pine, a uniquely wind-sculpted tree that has become an iconic natural monument. Hiking trails here offer both tranquil forest walks and panoramic ocean vistas. Few places in the world let you stand on a mountain peak while gazing down at beaches below. The place is also a popular paraglider's paradise where you can descend toward the sea. Blue Eye of Saranda. What natural wonder is so mysterious that no diver has ever reached its bottom? That's the intrigue behind the Blue Eye of Saranda, locally known as Syri I Kalter, one of Albania's most iconic and enchanting natural springs. Located near the town of Muzin, between Eurocaster and Saranda, this karstic spring bursts out of the ground with incredible force, forming a circular, deep blue eye-shaped pool surrounded by dense forest. Scientists have measured its depth to at least 50 meters, but its true bottom remains undiscovered due to powerful water pressure. The color gradient, from sapphire blue at the center to turquoise at the edges, creates a surreal, almost hypnotic effect. During the communist era, the site was protected and visited only by Enver Hoxha's elite officials. But today it is open to all who wish to witness its magical beauty. The spring is the source of the Vjosa River, which flows into the Ionian Sea. Though swimming is no longer officially allowed to preserve the site, the surrounding trails and viewing platforms allow you to experience the blue eye's allure without harming its fragile ecosystem. Its mystical beauty and enigmatic depth have inspired countless local legends. Some say it's the eye of a sleeping dragon, watching over southern Albania. Gjipe Beach and Canyon. This is a place where a wild river canyon ends in a secret beach with turquoise waves lapping against sheer cliffs. Located between the towns of Thërmi and Vuno on Albania's Ionian coast. What sets Gjipe apart is not just its stunning crescent of white sand, but the Gjipe Canyon that leads to it, a dramatic limestone gorge formed by the Gjipe River over millennia. The canyon stretches nearly 800 meters, with vertical walls reaching up to 70 meters, making it a popular site for hiking, rock climbing, and even canyoning. The beach itself is accessible only on foot, by boat, or via rugged off-road paths, which has helped preserve its untouched feel. Historically, the canyon and nearby cliffs served as hideouts for local fighters during World War II, and the remoteness of the beach meant it stayed unknown to tourists for decades. Today, eco-conscious travelers camp beneath the olive trees, enjoy bioluminescent plankton at night. Ksamil Islands. What if I told you some of the clearest, bluest waters in Europe aren't in Greece or Italy, but in southern Albania? That's exactly what you'll find at the Ksamil Islands, a dreamy archipelago of 4 small islets just off the Ionian coast, near the city of Saranda and the UNESCO site of Biosphere. These islands, reachable by kayak, pedal boat, or swimming, are surrounded by shallow turquoise waters and soft white sand beaches. Their tropical appearance has earned Ksamil the nickname, the Maldives of Europe. The area was a hidden gem until the early 2000s, when tourism in southern Albania began to grow, transforming Ksamil into one of the country's most beloved summer destinations. Interestingly, during the communist era, Ksamil was a restricted military zone due to its proximity to Greece, off-limits to most Albanians. Today, it's a place of freedom and relaxation, offering beach bars, seafood tavernas, and a surprisingly rich underwater world for snorkelers. The islands themselves remain mostly undeveloped, keeping their raw, natural charm. They're best visited outside the peak tourist season to fully appreciate the tranquility and natural beauty that make Ksamil one of the Ionian coast's most captivating places. Prespa National Park. This is a place in Albania where you can stand in one country while gazing across a lake into two others. Prespa National Park, in the southeastern corner of Albania, borders both North Macedonia and Greece, making it a rare tri-border ecosystem. The park encompasses Lakes Prespa and Micro Prespa, high-altitude freshwater lakes nestled between mountain ranges, and is a vital sanctuary for migratory and endemic birds. It's one of the only places in the Balkans where you can spot the rare Dalmatian pelican, one of Europe's largest and most endangered birds. This park is not only biologically significant but also historically rich. On the island of Maligrad, a 14th century Orthodox hermitage carved into the cliffs remains a haunting reminder of Byzantine influence in the region. Agriculture here has long followed traditional methods, creating a cultural landscape of stone villages, terraced fields, and ancient footpaths. In 2000, the area was declared the Prespa Park, the first transboundary protected area in the Balkans. It's a living laboratory where ecology, culture, and peace-building coexist. So, you've made it to the end. Thanks for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed the adventure, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next exploration. Got a favorite Albanian landscape or a place we missed? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy travels.